Hi, I'm Ramsay McMaster. I'm going to talk about some of the deadly sins that people do before they play golf in regards to a warm-up. Some of the worst things you can actually do is put a club behind your back and start to swing this way. As you can see, the handle of the club is going downwards. By swinging in this position, you're really actually reinforcing a reverse pivot. Terrible position for a golfer to start when they're starting to play golf over 18 holes. Next one is really bouncing. You know, you're coming out of the car, your back's flat, you're bouncing dynamically. This puts a lot of pressure on your back and you can strain your back before you start. Next thing is actually working with 5 or 6 clubs. Once again, that affects your feel, and you tend not to be able to control 5 or 6 clubs, and you end up with, once again, reverse pivot or compensatory movements with your body. They're really some of the worst exercises you can do before you play. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you the 5-minute warm-up. This is an exclusive warm-up that we give to really warm up your body before you play golf. Very golf-specific warm-up. You'll find with warm-ups with tour players, they all have their own specific warm-up. We had the opportunity to work with Henrik Stenson and used to work with Jeff Ogilvy when he was younger, and Aaron Badley. Really all those guys now have got their own trainers and they do golf-specific warm-ups. I believe that the warm-up should be golf-specific, and you should run it like 5 gears in your car. Imagine a manual car. You're really going through first, second, third, fourth, fifth gear, then overdrive. So these are really specific exercises to give you the most out of your body, what I call layering of your body, getting it ready for golf. You've got to remember that you've probably been sitting at a desk or driving a car or on a phone or been lifting or whatever. That's really a really bad position for your golf because you're in a flexed posture, you're not really getting a lot of rotation. So the first exercise I give, the first gear, is flexibility and mobility. We've got Danny here, he's going to take you through the warm-up. The first one is to really get the club behind, really stretching the trunk on the right-hand side, keeping the knee in, keeping the head in, and really stretching all this area here. It gets tight when you're sitting. So this really opens this up and gives you really good range through here and through your hips and through your back. So you're really getting the feeling of a lot of length through here so you don't get a lot of crunch in your golf swing. So that's the flexibility test. You can self-test it on the right and the left. I would recommend you do more on the right for a right-handed golfer and more left for a left-handed golfer. So recommendations are probably 3 times for 15 seconds. The second gear is really to get your posture and your balance right. So we get ourselves into a pistol grip. If we just show you the pistols, they come out in front, they go by your side, and they go next to the inside of your pockets. We then keep your ear over your shoulder, and we start to lift the toes and push the arms into the sides of the thighs. And the feeling will be that you'll get taller and taller and taller. You've also got to remember that young people, older people get shorter and shorter. We're really trying to get that length so we don't slump in the golf swing, we get more upright. So a nice posture and balance. And we go a little bit faster, make it more dynamic. Dan, you can feel that in between your shoulder blades, your neck. You feel your posture's improving, and he's getting more length and extension. Does it feel taller? So he starts to feel taller in that position. And really start to fire, really start to work it harder and harder so you feel it through the shoulder muscles, the golf muscles at the back, the neck, the glutes, and the ankles. Really feeling that go through, and then letting them set up. Just set up into the ball, and that should feel fairly well upright. Can you feel that, Danny? And normally, if you've been sitting for a long period of time, it'd be in this sort of slump posture. It really gets what we call the phasic, the anti-gravity muscles working in that second gear. Posture and balance, second gear in your golf warm-up. Third gear is really working the core, the large muscles for golf. The tricep, the shoulder blade muscles, the glutes, the lower abs, the inside thighs, really feeling those muscles work so you're actually bulking up for golf, feeling strong. We want to get away from this flexy, bendy arm movement to really feeling like you're working the larger muscles in your golf swing. So I'm just going to show you the feeling that Danny should feel. He should feel like we call push the truck. He's really feeling that resistance. It's a little bit like Tai Chi, this third gear, really working the core, and he really feels like the bigger muscles are working. Now he can actually pretend I'm not there now and feel the resistance. That's it. Really feeling that everything's working, the shoulders are working, You can slap his hip down, his leg down, and really feel the glutes work, the shoulder, the tricep, the neck work in that position. Next thing he's going to do is get his breathing right and on the way out. So really getting breathing in there now, getting good control, making sure that his shoulders are working, he's not coming up over the top, he's really feeling those muscles work. And when he sets up again, he's going to feel a lot more pumped up. You feel those muscles working at the back now, and the glutes and the lower abs, and as he takes away, he's going to feel a little bit stronger. Fourth gear, we're really trying to get ground force now. We're really trying to get dynamic rotation. Dynamic rotation with posture. So first of all, I call this cowboys. We get the pistols into either sides, and we act as if we're on a horse, really bouncing into the ground. And you can really feel that work. Can you feel that through the shoulders, through the glutes? And he's really feeling that ground force coming up through the ground. That's what a golf swing does. Really feeling it through here. And he's really bouncing now. And then gradually, he wants to bring his arms away from his body. We've got to get them in close. And then he's going to start to rotate from his legs, from the lower part of his body through. So we're going to do this and this now. Really feel it and make sure he's got good stability in his legs. So he's getting dynamic rotation. And he's feeling like his lower body, his trunk and his upper body are in sequence. So it's a nice sequencing exercise. As you can see, the fourth gear is a little bit more dynamic than the third gear and the second gear. We're really starting to bring it together. So he's starting to get good coordination in his swing. And that really is starting to make him feel like his body is rotating in the right sequence. Just go in and set up and just see what that feels like. Just see if you can feel your rotation. You feel that? And once again, it's going to be less armsy. Remember that when you come into golf, you're probably sitting for long periods of time. This is going to allow you to get your body more dynamic. The fifth gear is really the overdrive gear. We're really getting some nice crossovers now with good spine angle, even more dynamic than the fourth gear. What we do is we're really trying to get that crossover as we do in the golf swing. The left shoulder goes across to the right hip, and then the right shoulder goes towards the left hip. So we're getting crossover patterns with rotation, with good spine angle. So a simple little exercise we do is we cross over. Danny's going to show you with pistols, just keeping his spine angle, getting a crossover pattern, back and forward. So you really got to keep his spine angle up, you can't flex, and he's getting that crossover and he's feeling it through his abs, through the back of his shoulders, and he's getting the feeling of his left and right side crossing over as you do in a golf swing. Now we make it a little bit faster, more dynamic, and he starts to thrust his elbows into his hips. Really feeling that rotation, and Danny's keeping very, very good rotation. Danny does a lot of golf-specific exercises. Fantastic, really feel that. Getting his breath back, going to set up, and he should feel that coordination now in his golf swing. Just have a swing, see how it feels. Feels more coordinated. And that really is it. That should only take you 5 minutes. First gear is flexibility and mobility. Second gear, posture and balance. Third gear, core, the whole body working together. Fourth gear, we bring in some dynamic posture, dynamic rotation. And fifth gear is coordination and dynamic movement, crossover patterns. So you're actually layering up your body, preparing it for golf, getting the most out of your body before you play. Very, very golf specific, quick and efficient to use.